Alright, so we're replacing pulleys on the D105 lawnmower. And I replaced the stationary pulley on the deck and one of the drive pulleys. And they were wiggling real bad on me, and the drive one, it was actually talking to me a little bit. So I'm going to be getting this thing replaced and get back in commission. So they didn't blow out on me. They didn't blow out or burn up on me. They were just a little bit wiggly. Whenever I heard this one talking, a drive pulley, I decided to go ahead and check them all, and wound up finding one more that was going out. So I want to show you guys, I want to get you guys down here real quick. I want to show you what I'm talking about it being just a little bit wiggly. Alright, the stationary pulley on the deck is located right here, and I'll go ahead and put this older one back on to show you guys. Oh. Now, there you have it on there. See how it's wiggling? It's not good. I know I don't have this on, but it's seated all the way down on that collar. But with it around that collar, it stays stationary. But as you can see, there's some movement there. That's no good. That's the bearing moving inside. As you can tell, these are sealed bearings, so you can't just simply pop it out and replace it. You have to, in order for you to do it, you'd have to drill out every single one of these and separate the pulley here. Whoop, wrong way. You can separate the pulley here, but these things are cheap enough. I think this one was right around $12, and this one was around $8, the drive pulley. So whenever you're checking these, you want to make sure on the wiggling, you want to sit there and just move it up and down or side to side, however it's mounted. And if there's a whole lot of movement, you're going to have to replace it. So let's go ahead and get this one replaced real quick. It's very simple. I mean, it's just a matter of a nut on here. This one just so happens to be a 15 millimeter. So whenever you go to put this back on, you want to have you want to kind of rock it in and make sure that the belt here goes inside the groove. Just like that. And tighten it up. Whenever you tighten it up, you want to get it reasonably tight. Normally they would have nylon nuts on here, so that helps keep it down. But helps keep the nut from backing out while it's being operated. But just to be on the safe side, tighten it down just a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, this one still wiggles a little bit. Hopefully I didn't just waste a little bit of money. But nonetheless, it's replaced. So maybe I didn't have to replace that one, but oh well. I got a new one on there anyhow. I'll go ahead and keep this one as a backup now, knowing that. So one of the ways that you can tell that they're going bad is, a few of the ways, is it wiggling like that. As you can tell, this one apparently didn't need to be replaced. So I guess they're just like that, I guess. I don't know. But if they're wiggly, they need to be replaced, generally. And if they're chirping or squealing while it's being ran, either the deck or the drive, then you have to locate that pulley and replace it. Such as this one. This one is actually tucked up underneath the footboard on the right side of it. I'm not going to show the replacement of that because it's just going to be really hard for me to get the camera up in there. But it actually runs on the same shaft size, so it's also a 15 millimeter as well. So just a simple little video here, so to show you guys how those are done. So alright, so as you saw, it's not always the case whenever the pulley's wiggly that's going bad, but if it's definitely starting to chirp or squeal, wherever the situation may be on noise, that is definitely a telltale sign that the bearing is going bad. I don't know what the tolerance is with those pulleys, so sometimes if they're wiggly, they'll need to be replaced on this particular setup. Sometimes they don't, if they're wiggly. So, but in other aspects, yes, if there's movement, they're going to be needing to be replaced. This one, after I put that drive pulley on, one of the drive pulleys, it squeaked for a little bit, but then stopped. I'm not even sure if that was the right one. So, just put being blatantly honest on it. So the video verse, this one's going to be in Matthew chapter 5, 43 through 48. And it says, "You have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." And that's Matthew chapter 5, 43 through 48. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.